Have you ever noticed how a raise at work feels like a fresh start? Maybe you imagine finally getting ahead, only to watch that extra money vanish into thin air before you even realize it. It's not dramatic, no big splurges or reckless nights out. It's quieter than that. A slightly nicer apartment, a car that feels more reliable, meals out that become routine, and suddenly you're right back where you started, financially speaking. Today, we're going to unpack that subtle shift, what I call the quiet cost of upgrading your life every time your salary ticks up. It's something that happens to so many of us in the US and Europe, from fresh graduates in London juggling student loans to mid-level managers in Chicago dealing with rising rents. Stick with me, and by the end, you'll see this pattern a little clearer, maybe even spot it in your own routine. Let me paint a picture for you. Imagine Alex, a 28-year-old software developer in Seattle. He's been grinding away at his job for a couple of years, starting out at around $60,000 a year. After taxes, that's about $45,000 take-home, roughly $37.50 a month. Back then, he shared a modest apartment with a roommate, paying $900 for his share of the rent. His old Honda from college got him around, no payments, just gas and occasional fixes. Groceries, utilities, and the odd coffee run kept things simple. Sure, there was that lingering student loan, $300 a month, but it felt manageable. Life wasn't luxurious, but it worked. Then comes the promotion. Alex's salary jumps to $75,000. After taxes, he's looking at about $55,000 annually, or $4,600 a month. That extra $850 feels like a win. He thinks, why not upgrade a bit? He's earned it, right? So he moves into his own place, a one-bedroom in a decent neighborhood. Rent now, $1,800. It's not extravagant, just more space, better views. The old car starts feeling unreliable on those rainy commutes, so he finances a used SUV. Nothing flashy, say a 2018 model for $400 a month over 5 years. And with the new job comes new expectations. Lunches with the team, a gym membership to stay sharp, maybe upgrading his phone plan for better data. Before long, that credit card balance creeps up for those little conveniences. Streaming services stack up, online shopping for work clothes. Oh, and the student loan is still there. But now there's pressure to dine out more, keep up with friends posting their weekends on social media. Now swap Alex for Maria in Berlin. She's 32, working in marketing, starting at 40,000 euros gross, which nets her about $2,500 a month after taxes and social contributions. Her shared flat costs $600. Public transport keeps commuting cheap, no car needed yet. But a raise to $50,000 brings $3,000 monthly take-home. Suddenly, a solo apartment at $1,200 seems reasonable, especially with remote work options. She picks up a small car on EMI, $250 a month for weekend trips, credit card for travel perks, student debt from her master's still hanging at $200 monthly, lifestyle creeps in, better coffee spots, subscriptions to fitness apps, the occasional city break to unwind from the job stress. These aren't wild stories, they are everyday ones. In the US, average rents in cities like New York or San Francisco hover around $2,000 to $3,000 for a basic one-bed. In Europe, places like Paris or Amsterdam are not far behind, with mortgages or rents eating 30 to 40% of income if you're not careful. Car payments. The average new car loan in the US is over $500 a month now. And in Europe, leasing deals tempt with low upfronts but lock you in. Add student loans, $300 to $500 monthly for many grads, and credit cards with 20% interest if balances linger. It's not about being irresponsible, it's the system nudging you toward more. Ads everywhere promise affordable luxury. Banks approve loans based on your new salary, and peers' lives on Instagram make upgrading feel normal. But here's where the hidden flaw sneaks in. The mistake is not the upgrade itself, it's assuming that extra income is truly extra. In reality, it's often just patching over inflation in your own life. Think about it. When your salary increases, so do your expectations. That promotion doesn't just add money, it adds invisible pressures. Taxes take a bigger bite. In the US, jumping brackets means less net gain than you think. In Europe, Social Security contributions scale up too.
But the real system flaw is how consumer culture is wired to capture that raise before you can invest it. Banks and retailers know this. They market aspirational products right when you're feeling flush. It's not a conspiracy, just economics at work. Supply meeting manufactured demand. Let's break it down with some simple math to see the real cost. Take Alex's scenario. Pre-raise, $3,750 monthly take-home. Expenses, $900 rent, $300 student loan, $400 groceries, utilities, $200 transport, gas, $100 miscellaneous. Total, around $1,900. That leaves $1,850 for savings or fun. But let us say he saves $500 and spends the rest casually. Post-raise, $4,600 take-home. New expenses, $1,800 rent, $400 car payment, still $300 loan, $500 groceries, utilities because nicer stuff adds up, $300 transport, including insurance and maintenance, $200 credit card minimums for those upgrades. Total now, $3,500. Suddenly, that extra $850 is gone, and he's left with $1,100 flexible, less than before if he does not watch it. Over a year, that's $10,200 vanished into lifestyle, not wealth. Now compound the interest angle. If Alex carried a $5,000 credit card balance at 18% APR for those upgrades, that's $900 in interest alone annually, money that could have gone into a simple index fund earning 7% average returns. Over 10 years, ignoring that debt means forgoing maybe $15,000 in potential growth. For Maria, similar math. Her €500 extra monthly raise evaporates into €600 more rent and car costs combined. At European savings rates around 1 to 2%, but with inflation at 2 to 3%, she's treading water. If she invested that €500 instead at 5% compounded, modest for a balanced portfolio, it would grow to over €75,000 in 20 years. But upgrades eat it first. Why do we fall into this? Psychologically, it's wired into us. There's this thing called hedonic adaptation. We get used to better things quickly, so the joy from that new apartment fades, pushing us to upgrade again. It's like a treadmill. You run faster but stay in place. Then there's social comparison theory. We benchmark against peers, not our past selves. In the US, where individualism reigns, success looks like visible progress, a bigger home, a nicer car. In Europe, it's subtler, quality of life upgrades like better travel or dining. But the pressure is there, amplified by social media algorithms showing curated lives. We're not dumb, we're human. Dopamine from that purchase hits quickly, while savings reward is delayed. And cognitively, we anchor to our new salary, forgetting the baseline. It's not greed, it's evolution clashing with modern finance. If you ignore this long term, it is not catastrophe, but stagnation. Alex, at 40, might still be in that cycle. Salary, now $100,000, but mortgage, $2,500. 2 cars at $800 combined. Kids' activities, adding $500. Credit debt rolled into home equity loans. Net worth may be $50,000 in savings, but $200,000 in debts. Retirement looks shaky. Social Security or pensions cover basics, but not the life he imagined. Maria, similarly, mid-career at €70,000, but Berlin rents up to €1,500. Car replaced every few years, loans refinanced. By 50, her savings might hit €100,000 if lucky, but inflation erodes it. It is not poverty, it is the middle-class trap, working harder for the same relative security. Stats back this. In the U.S., 78% of workers live paycheck to paycheck, even earning over $100K. In Europe, household debt averages 90% of GDP, much from consumer loans. Over decades, it means delayed freedom, retiring later, less travel, more stress. But let us shift gears. How do financially intelligent people navigate this? They do not swear off nice things. They just decouple upgrades from income spikes. Take someone like Jordan, a teacher in Manchester who has seen colleagues burn out on the upgrade cycle. When his salary bumped from £30,000 to £35,000 net, £2,000 to £2,300 monthly, he banked the difference first. Psychologically, he treats raises as found money for investments, not spending. He runs quick math. Does this upgrade add proportional value, or is it just filling a void? For a car, he buys used, cash if possible, calculating total ownership cost, including fuel, insurance, and depreciation. Rent he caps at 25% of income, even if it means a smaller place longer. Or consider Sarah in Austin, a graphic designer. Post-raise from $50K to $65K, she automated 20% of the increase into a Roth IRA before touching it. Her mindset? View lifestyle as a fixed baseline. Upgrades as occasional treats after goals are met. They use psychology back, setting cooling-off periods for big buys, questioning if it is status or need. No tricks, just clarity. Track net worth monthly, not just income. They know banks profit from your debt, so they flip it. Use credit for rewards, pay off fully. Long-term, this builds quiet wealth. Compounding turns small habits into security. It is rational. Prioritize future self without sacrificing today entirely. Wrapping this up, the quiet cost of constant upgrading is not about denying yourself. It is about seeing the full picture. That raise is a tool, not a license. Next time one comes your way, pause and run the numbers. Reflect on the why. You might find more room than you thought. If this resonated, consider liking the video. It helps share these conversations. Thanks for watching.